I'm Dave O'Higgins. I teach the saxophone and third year harmony, and I am also the leader of the Jazz Pathway. I chose a career in music because I was always drawn towards music. I suppose it started with my sister's Elvis Presley records. Then I was a schoolboy in the 1970s. I was really into Led Zeppelin. That really put me on the music path, and I wanted to be a drummer. LCCM's a broad church, and I think that's great because it encompasses everything to do with contemporary music. A lot of courses at the traditional colleges are far more specific in terms of what genre they approach. And as such, I think it equips the professional musicians of tomorrow, in other words, our students of today, with a realistically broad range of skills that they might have to draw upon, as opposed to just one very narrow particular skill set. I teach the third year harmony course as well. I get really quite deeply involved with harmony, especially as related to jazz music in the third year. I take students on a journey that a lot of them I don't think realise they're capable of before they do it, and it's great because at the end of the third year everyone passes it in the end. Some have a little bit more, have to work a little bit harder for it, but it's fantastic how much they really learn about, well, in my case, for me, about harmony, and of course from the other teachers that build them up to the stage where I take over in the third year. The other course that I oversee is the Jazz Pathway, which has formed a bigger part of this school since I've been here, because a lot of the musicians want to be able to have the option to specialise in jazz. And we currently run 5 groups that we take on a progressive course through the 3 years. Well, LCCM has all sorts of advantages to it. For one thing, something I was always conscious of when I went to study music in the 1980s was that London is such a hub for music. It's a very good environment for a young musician to be in. LCCM specifically is very good because, as well as the remit being very wide-ranging, the staff are very wide-ranging as well. There's a really excellent team here that cover every imaginable base, and some of the best actual exponents of the forms that they specialise in. That's another advantage, I think, of being in London, because obviously these staff are around and available, and the LCCM has a very good attitude towards encouraging the staff to develop their own careers too. For example, I've been away on tour for some weeks of this term, but whenever I'm not available, I make sure that everyone who deputises for me offers another fresh perspective on things that is just as invaluable, I think, as if I was there the whole time. And then when I come back, all the students benefit from my experience of actually practicing in the field rather than just being an educator.